I'm getting revved up here on a significant rant. So, because Kamala Harris is not winning, and the people who thought that Kamala Harris was going to win a landslide are totally wrong.
A man who said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview. A man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one. A man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution. I literally could go on all day.
How did we get here? How did we get here? I might wake up another way.
I can't believe Trump's actually going to win this thing. I'm so pissed off.
If we can't win on higher minimum wage, what can we win on? I mean, Jesus, that's a slaughterhouse. Oh my God! So that got slaughtered. Okay, we're doomed. Speaking of doomed, Georgia has just been called for Donald J. Trump. So Georgia's got it.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Independence Day. Leave a like on that video if you're extremely happy today. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below. It's like the Democrat Party. I know they are very capable of kind of suspending reality, but they completely forgot that this country hated Kamala Harris the first time they tried to run her out there. Oh man, there's just so much to talk about. How do you think Joe Biden feels today? He's got to be like, yo, you guys cooed me out because you said I couldn't beat Joe Biden and you lost anyway. I mean, like, Trump has now backhanded more women than Doug Emhoff. After defeating Hillary Clinton, now defeating Kamala Harris. He's a prolific, he's just, I'm not going to go down that road. The media is melting down. Kamala Harris is in hiding, refusing to concede the election. I mean, you know how they always say, hey, the Democrats always accuse, you of what the stuff they do. Isn't that what they're doing? And of course, Trump carrying 277 electoral votes. It's very, very close in Michigan. He's probably going to carry Michigan too. This is according to Politico. Your site may vary. The one that you like to use, obviously. Like Politico hasn't called Michigan. He's up by 100,000 votes with 98% of the vote in. He's won that state. Arizona, he's up by 100,000 votes, but only 60% of the vote in, so we'll have to wait to see. Nevada with 85% of the vote in, he's up by 60,000. So Nevada and Arizona will probably take some time. Alaska obviously is going to go to Trump. But I mean, so that puts him at 280. He could potentially go to 291, 297. He could end up with over 300 electorates. I don't know what Fox has said, what they've called. They famously, don't like calling states correctly. But, at the end of the day, Donald Trump has won. And it's all because you guys got out there and you voted. Let's get into the news. This is a perfect time to remind you. The tailgates for Trump. Remember that cookbook? The hilarious meme-filled cookbook, like, with, Nancy Pelosi's gin-soaked cake and Kamala Harris unburdened by what is bean casserole. Well, we have released a Christmas edition with 50 hilarious recipes in it. It's perfect for your Trump-loving family members, and it is the perfect gift for the unhinged liberal in your family. It goes directly to supporting our live show. You can also get the original version in a bundle for a little discounted price. It's absolutely hilarious. You definitely we've got a recipe about Big Mike's chocolatey balls and all sorts of stuff like that. I'll leave a link in the description. Those will start shipping in a few weeks. Sore loser, Kamala still has not admitted she lost as the world waits for her concession speech and Biden stays silent. Kamala has yet to concede the 2024 election to Donald Trump, and pressures on her to do so. It's mounting as her dour numbers keep rolling in. As it stands, the vice president is on track to do worse than Hillary Clinton's 2016 electorals. She could even be on pace to have the worst electoral college result of any Democrat since 1988. I mean, I'm surprised Trump almost won Virginia. Shout out to Youngkin doing some great work there to clean up the election. The world was shocked. I wasn't shocked. As a result, favoring Trump trickled in on Tuesday night as many polls indicated that Harris had a slight lead heading into Election Day. Trump has blown that prediction up completely so far and has taken in the lion's share of the popular vote. Trump not only won the electoral, but he won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. By the way, roughly 30 million less total votes, which I suspected. There's no more like Trump. And by the way, Trump doing great in the House and the Senate. There's some shenanigans going on we're going to talk about later. Wall Street roars to record highs as Donald Trump's historic victory rolls in. Look at what the media is doing, by the way. The media is now blaming black and brown men for it.
I just say really quickly, too, Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Oh.
Right? It's misogyny from black men. Things we've all...
The inverse of his point, by the way, is that you're supposed to vote for an unqualified, terrible candidate simply because she's the same skin color of you and has the same genitals. Or different ones. Essentially, his entire point here is that you were supposed to have voted for Kamala Harris because she's blackish and a woman. And here you have that loser on stage. They got this Al Sharpton dork up here blaming... Remember that, black men? Remember how they blamed you for this. Remember how the media blamed you next election when they tell you how to vote.
Been talking about who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the
I can't even believe what I'm hearing. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. It's so insane to me. Calling Hispanic voters racist, they've lost the plot. I don't, it's like on a whole nother level. And here's The View, of course.
I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised.
Because America
as a woman
sucks.
of color,
Oh,
I was so
here we
hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country.
You know why you probably lost? Is one, you didn't take Shapiro. You did not pick Shapiro as your vice president because he is Jewish. Make no mistake about it. And you lost Pennsylvania. Now, she probably would have lost the election anyway, based on my map. If she had won Pennsylvania, it wouldn't have mattered because he's going to win Michigan and Wisconsin. So he wins the election anyway. But Pennsylvania was obviously when things fell apart.
And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural
losers?
resentment in this country.
Oh, give me a break. We just elected Obama for 8 years, 2 presidents ago, for crying out loud.
I'm sorry. No!
Oh my God, I'm so tired, but injected directly into my veins. Liberal woman has the most insane meltdown and even dumps her boyfriend over the phone for voting for Trump.
Stupid fucking whore! So I'll just shut the...
I'm not even gonna do that. I don't like to play curse words. And then there's this.
Good. There you go. Pamela, what do you got for us in Georgia?
This is important information in Georgia. I'm getting from Gabriel Sterling, the top election official there. The margin right now in Georgia is 118,000 votes, right? 100,000 votes
100,000?
are outstanding right now. This is what I'm being told from Gabriel Sterling. Now, he says the split will go marginally for Harris. So let's break down what we know about where some of that outstanding vote is. Chatham. 40,000 outstanding, I'm told. This is a county that went to Biden in 2020. Carroll, outstanding, 18,000. This is a county that went to Trump in 2020. And then you have the blue counties of DeKalb and Fulton. DeKalb has 3,000 outstanding ballots. Fulton has 2,000 outstanding ballots. Again, just to recap, tight margin, 118,000.
They can't do basic math.
100,000 votes still out in Georgia. And Gabriel Sterling says it's the split coming from that will be marginally his.
They're just like, yeah, there's not enough votes left to savor. By the way, some of the recipes, there's 50 of these. Big Mike's Christmas orbs, a threat to our Dumas cookies. We've got peanuts, freedom bean, almondine. We've got, you got to get this cookbook for yourself or for someone else in your life. It's going to be a great Christmas gift. The fact that here you have MSNBC's Morning Joe hosts are left stunned by Trump's 2024 election victory and make shock concession.
This morning, Donald Trump has secured a second presidential term.
What?
Ago, NBC News projected he won the state of Wisconsin, giving him the electoral votes needed for victory. He's also leading the popular vote.
Suck
well.
it. That really
state he flipped after winning.
That really zesses him. Because all they held on to the last time they lost to him was, well, most of the country didn't want him. Most of the country didn't like him. Now what? Now what? How about this? CNN panel stunned into silence as Republican pundit tells them the unadulterated truth.
This is a mandate from the American people to do that. I think I'm interpreting the results tonight as the revenge of just the regular old working class American, the anonymous American who has been crushed, insulted, condescended to. They're not garbage. They're not Nazis. They're just regular people who get up and go to work every day and are trying to make a better life for their kids, and they feel like they have been told to just shut up when they have complained about the things that are hurting them in their own lives.
Anybody could have saw that coming. Anybody. I mean, the idea that, you have your liberal America has been smashed to smithereens after Trump's emphatic victory. Michael Wolff says after Democrats may never recover. I mean, you have a situation here where, there are a lot of kind of referendums that happened with this vote. Women and men's sports. People were voting about that. I'm sorry, men and women's sports. A lot of woke ideology stuff. People said enough is enough. We've already seen so many companies drop their DE&I and all this nonsense, right? Then you have a referendum on the economy, on inflation, and the nonsense that Democrats kept telling America. You see here the moment, and by the way, stunned polling Nostradamus convinced Kamala would win, realizes he was wrong. Oh, what about those keys, Alan Lichtman?
4 points. Not looking good.
Yeah.
Baldwin is losing by 2.5 points.
It's not over yet, though, Dad. It's not over.
I know it's not over.
It's over.
We're running out of votes.
I agree. At a certain point, the math
just is the math.
Yeah. Let's see. 2%. Let me refresh it just to make sure.
He also says.
Arizona moved.
Give me a second.
Anywhere.
It moved No, it hasn't moved.
I want to consume this perfectly.
No.
Everyone said this guy never gets it wrong.
Shrinking in, but there's still
Look at
a
him.
lot of
His
votes
votes left there. Yeah, there's still 1 million votes left in Pennsylvania, close to it.
I think she lost.
Yep.
Running out of Pennsylvania. Yep, it's not changing.
Wait for it.
I hate to say that because I've been hopeful all night, but I think she lost.
I do too. It's 90% over.
Look at him. He goes on to say, I'm not doing any interviews. I'm done. We've got a lot of fun to have today. Make sure you pick up your hilarious Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's themed Trump cookbook. If you missed the summer one, it's a perfect gift for friends or family. Link in the description down below, or go to tailgates4trump.com/store. It's our company. And we'll talk to you again real soon.